All right, we're going to get straight to the heart of the AI revolution today and answer one simple but fundamental question. Why does deep learning actually work? Let's break it down.
So let's be real. Why is deep learning suddenly, well, everywhere? I mean, it's in our phones, it's in our cars, and it's the absolute engine behind huge tools like ChatGPT. What makes this technology so different, so much more powerful than everything that came before it? We're about to get to the core idea right now.
Okay, to really wrap your head around this whole AI revolution, we have to start with the single most important concept. Seriously, if you get this one idea, everything else just clicks into place.
First things first, let's be clear. This isn't just some abstract buzzword. Deep learning is the actual functional engine driving the biggest AI breakthroughs that you probably use every single day. We're talking about your phone recognizing your face, Alexa or Siri understanding your voice, and yeah, the chatbot tech that's completely changing how we all work.
If you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer, please make it this sentence. Deep learning works because it learns hierarchical representations. It sounds kind of complicated, I know, but the idea is actually beautiful in its simplicity. It just means the machine learns simple stuff first, and then it builds more and more complex understanding right on top of that, layer by layer.
So what does that learning in layers thing actually look like in practice? Let's use a real-world example and see how a machine learns to see something as simple as a cat.
Okay, check this out, because this is where it gets really cool. At the very first layer, the model is basically blind. It's just looking for the most basic things, like simple edges, lines, and curves. But then, in the second layer, it starts combining those simple edges to form recognizable shapes. Hey, that looks like an eye, or a pointy ear, or a whisker. Then, in the next layer, it assembles those shapes into bigger parts, like an entire cat's face or a tail. And it's only at the very final layer that it puts all those pieces together and says, with a ton of confidence, yep, that's a cat. It builds its understanding up from pixels to patterns to parts to the whole picture.
Now, this layered approach isn't just some neat little trick. Oh no, it's what unlocks what I like to call deep learning's 4 genuine superpowers. These are the real reasons this method completely changed the game. Superpower number 1, and you could argue it's the most important one, is automatic feature learning. So in the old days of machine learning, a human engineer had to sit there and painstakingly tell the machine what features to look for. Things like, hey, look for pointy ears, or try to find some whiskers. It was so manual. Deep learning, it does this all by itself. It figures out which features matter, from the simplest edges to the most complex faces, all on its own, which saves an absolutely incredible amount of human effort.
The second superpower is all about understanding something called non-linearity. I mean, think about it. The real world is messy, right? It's complicated. Predicting something like a house price isn't a simple straight-line graph based on square footage. No way. It involves all these complex factors like the neighborhood, market trends, how it looks from the street. Deep learning is amazing at modeling these tangled, non-linear relationships, and that's what allows it to grasp the nuance in human language or the subtleties in an image that simpler models just completely miss.
And this leads us perfectly into the third superpower, a massive advantage with large amounts of data. See, a lot of the older models were just hit a wall. After a certain point, feeding them more data didn't make them any better. But deep learning models, they're data hungry. They're like data monsters. Their performance just keeps getting better and better and better the more data you feed them, which, makes them perfect for the big data world we live in today. And finally, superpower number 4 is scalability. These models are designed to grow. You can make them deeper just by adding more layers, and you can train them on way more powerful hardware, like GPUs, which just happen to be perfectly designed for the kind of math these models need to do. What this all means is that as our problems get bigger and our computers get faster, our models just keep getting smarter.
So let's make all of this super concrete with an example everyone knows, ChatGPT. It really showcases all 4 of these superpowers perfectly. It uses that large data advantage, right? It was trained on a mind-boggling amount of text. It does automatic feature learning to figure out grammar and concepts all by itself. It models the complex, non-linear patterns of how we humans actually talk, and its sheer scalability is the only reason a model that massive can even exist. It's the perfect showcase.
Okay, so we've covered the techie side of things, but let's really lock in this understanding with a simple analogy that connects this whole process to something we've all experienced, learning a new skill.
So think about it. When you start learning something new, like, say, learning to cook, you first have to learn the absolute basics. How to hold a knife properly, what does sauté even mean? That's you as a beginner. Then, as you get a little better, you start combining those basics to recognize patterns. You just know which flavors go well together. That's the intermediate stage. And then finally, when you become an expert, you don't even think about the rules anymore. You just use all those patterns you've learned to make these complex, intuitive decisions. That's exactly how a deep learning model learns.
So, to put it all together, this is why it's such a revolution. It automates the really painful manual work of feature engineering, it can finally get a handle on the messy, nonlinear complexity of the real world, and its performance can scale almost endlessly with more data and better computers. And for this final section, I want to give you something you can use immediately. Think of this as your practical, valuable takeaway for any professional setting, like, say, a job interview.
So if an interviewer ever asks you, "So why does deep learning work so well?" This sentence right here is your perfect answer. It's concise, it's accurate, and it proves you understand hierarchical learning, automatic feature extraction, and how it all comes together. It packs everything we just talked about into one powerful sentence.
And there you have it. You now have the complete mental model for why modern AI works, from that simple gut feeling of learning in layers, all the way to the core concepts that make it so dang revolutionary.
So we'll leave you with this one final thought. Now that you truly understand how this incredible technology works, what problem are you going to go solve with it?